back to another YouTube video of mine. My name is Lisabon, and today I'm joined by my amazing boyfriend, Stormy.
Yo, what is up, YouTube?
He also has a YouTube channel, and I'll be linking his channel down below. So if you aren't subscribed to him, make sure you are, because if you're not, what are you doing with your life? We'll be discussing five souls today who really need a buff, need a change in their kit. So before we go into that, I would like to thank the Pride and blog for helping us with this information needed to make today's video. So keep on watching to find out five souls who really need buffs. So our first soul today that we're going to be talking about is Jade, our human-like Jade. I actually have a past with this soul. I've mentioned many times before how she used to be my main DPS when I first started playing the game, and how I fed Lindsay to her, blah blah blah. We all know that story. I know that in the beginning we just kept looking at the tier list and we all thought that Jade was worth re-rolling for when the game first launched. I was one of those people who rerolled until they got the SSR Jade. During early game, I used Jade in everything, and I really thought she was the best CPS and that she would carry me until the end. But boy, was I wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, she was pretty good early game. She really carried me with her AoE skills and whatever. But as the game progressed, she quickly fell down the tier list as more souls arrived into the game. Her kit really doesn't provide much besides damage, and if we look at it from that standpoint, there are other backliners who can provide damage while bringing other things to the table to help the team. For example, there's Talia, our fairy support. She makes an excellent main DPS if she's built up to be one, because her ultimate deals incredible damage while buffing her teammates with mana regen and healing. Meanwhile, with Jade's ult, she just deals damage and stuns the whole enemy team. There are many other backliners such as Smithy, Vivian, and Talia who can do a better job as your main DPS compared to Jade in many content areas. Although Jade was buffed before, I feel like that really hasn't changed anything where she stands on the tier list. I feel with her kit she can have potential due to her AoE attacks, but who knows if the game will even give her another buff. But anyways, after Jade, we have Stormy discussing the next soul on our list, who is actually affiliated with Jade's Merchant Guild.
Oh yeah, guys. Manon is a bookkeeper who used to sell goods in the general shop in Eden. She's that fairy type caster that we believe needs a big buff. So basically, her whole entire kit focuses on this luck mechanic where she depends on RNG on top of RNG aspects that tends not to be reliable most of the time. Like, come on, guys. Who wants to sit there and keep retrying the stage over and over and over again because their main DPS is not really main DPSing, you know? Like, not only that, but there's a lot of casters in the game, and she's outshined by most of them, if not all. For example, I'll just name some of them here. There's Naya, Honglan, Mifi, Vivian, Nini. They're all casters in the game, and they're they're all outshines Manon, our bookkeeper, in all aspects of the game. In my opinion, me personally, I hope Manon get a change in a way soon, or that she doesn't rely on so much of the RNG part. And I mean, I think it's really unique how she has the luck mechanic, but I guess they can still keep that mechanic, but like change her something to like help her shines in various contents. Whereas like right now she's not used much anywhere. Yep, that was Manon. That was our second soul on the list that we listed. Moving on from Manon now, Lisabon will continue our list with Sun Wukong's girlfriend, also known as the Eden's Dumplings Delivery Girl.
So Xiaolin, our newest Beast Striker soul, definitely needs a buff, or she should probably stick to delivering dumplings. This is a joke, by the way, guys. Don't come for me for whoever simps for her, okay? Don't come for me. But after reading through her kit, it was noticeable that her main skill targets the closest enemy to her, while her ultimate targets the soul with the highest attack. I feel like that can bring in many problems considering those two aren't really the same. For example, if we take a look at our fellow Beast Striker soul, Haru, her main skill deals damage to the nearest enemy and her ultimate deals damage to the nearest enemy. This helps Haru focus on one enemy at a time and not just doing split damage like how Xiaolin would. Xiaolin could be focusing on an enemy in front of her, then, as she uses her ult, she would jump and attack the enemy with the highest attack, which would probably most likely be a backliner or assassin. It would be most ideal if her main and her ult either both target the nearest enemy or both target the enemy with the highest attack. I feel like Eversoul developers should really change this part in her kit because it really makes her difficult to use in most meta teams. But after discussing about Xiaolin, next up, Stormy will be talking about the fairy foddler or marksman, Nicole.
Nicole, the cool archer elf lady who has a hawk by her side all the time, is Nicole, guys. Her kit is not necessarily really bad, it's just not at the right time. What I mean by this is that her kit gives her the ability to increase accuracy and decrease the enemy's evasion. Um, we currently don't really need that in any type of content right now. Not only that, her damage multipliers on the skills are relatively low as well compared to all her peers. Maybe just maybe there will be some boss or some soul out there in the future that needs to be countered with decreasing evasion and increasing accuracy from the coast kids. But right now, there's a lot more better options out there, and overall, we feel like Nicole is one of the five souls that definitely needs a buff. Last on the list, we have a soul who thinks she's a bear.
So, Dora, the human like warrior, is a unique soul who does more damage the less health she has. Now, her kit revolves around her doing damage if she has 50% or less HP. Although she won't die quickly due to her passive, which increases her defense and her healing received the less HP she has, her chances are pretty high of her getting completely shredded in late game due to the enemies being crazy strong, okay? Just keep that in mind. Not only that, but it's just overall difficult to fit Dora in with the meta team comps, where there's a tank, supports, assassin, and backliners. Dora can't be considered an assassin in a team comp because she cannot jump or target the backliners who are dealing high damage to your team. Nor can Dora be considered a tank as her health depletes too quickly in late game, even with the decreased defense buff. I believe Dora either needs a buff or a change in her kit that helps her to be easier incorporated into team comps for PvE, PvP, or guild raids. Her kit really is unique and I really like it, but I really believe that it's difficult to put her into these meta team comps because I rarely see Dora being used anywhere besides as Swaddler. But who knows, maybe the developers will change something, or maybe the developers will bring a new content area into the game where she will be perfect. Anyways, guys, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching our video. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you agree or do you disagree with the souls that we believe need a buff? Are there any souls that you think we're missing or that should be on this list? Make sure to subscribe to Stormie's channel. I will be linking it down below in the description, so make sure to subscribe to his channel. It would mean a lot to both of us. Thank you once again to the Pride and Blog for giving us this information needed to make this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.